All right, good morning. This is Sam from Island Fishing Tackle.
And my name is Tony.
And what we're going to be showing you guys today is just some of the things that we're doing with some of the Promar Ahi Assist Glow Diamond jigs that we're setting up for fishing this big bluefin that we have in our local waters right now. As you guys all know, Glow has been primarily the ticket to getting these big fish. And there's a variety of jigs out there, and this is just one that maybe guys haven't thought of using, but the guys who have been having good success with them. And the only thing we have to do really is to change out a few things on them, and they're ready for these big fish. So what we're going to show you guys here is all of the different hardware and tools that you need to do that, and the way, at least the way that we do it, and then also maybe some things that you would do to do it at home. So first of all, the hooks, we change them out to some heavy duty owner hooks. Primarily we use the Jobu 8.0 hook, which is a really strong hook, but a lot of guys do prefer the shorter shank single replacement hook. And a lot of guys do go with that. As you can see, the jigs are primarily all Glow, and primarily 6, 8, and 10 ounce weights seems to be the best to get down to those big fish. You can see one of the finished products right here. Pretty much gets the job done, along with our crimps, our leader, and then also our springs, our chafing springs. We start off by having the big hook like we talked. Here at the store, we actually do a silver soldered solid ring that we attach the hook with on the one end. The other end, we crimp 200-pound test mono with with the chafing springs, and then also a 500-pound ball bearing swivel. So that pretty much takes care of all the chafing that you're gonna have with the tuna, and we're gonna show you how you do it. First, we got to start off by cutting off all the stuff here. We have a special tool that we use, but you can find a wire cutter, maybe something like that, that'll cut the hardware off pretty easily. And the next thing we do is we're going to go ahead and just crimp on a leader. And one of the things you guys want to make sure is you guys have the right size crimps. Sometimes with the different size fluorocarbons or mono leaders, different brands, they have different diameters, and so you want to make sure that when you choose the crimp that you're going to use is that it's a pretty snug fit even before you crimp it down. Yeah, here at the shop we use mostly all Isoline stuff as far as our heavy duty hardware and gear for rigging up for big fish. So that's what we're doing, is that 200-pound Isoline stuff there. And if you use a 200-pound crimp from Isoline and a 200-pound Isoline mono, they should fit together. But once again, if you're using something else, you want to make sure that you have something that fits real good. We burn the end there so that when we crimp down, it gives it a nice clean look, and also a little bit extra insurance of extra diameter, just in case the fish is pulling extra hard and wants to pull through. But we haven't found that to be an issue yet, but just kind of a little extra safety. On the long crimps that we're using, it's long enough that you will be able to make 3 squeezes on the crimp. As you're going down, you want to flip over the crimper so that your crimp is straight. What happens is that sometimes the crimpers will have it lean over to one side, so if you just alternate, it'll make it a lot cleaner. So that's the one side on the jig. Now we're going to add the swivel. A real common question that we get is how hard do you squeeze, or can you over crimp it? The main thing you want to do is make sure you're using the right hole in the crimper. In this case here, for the 200-pound, you're using the third one down is the one you're using. There's 4 different positions. It's the third one down, and that's going to be the right size for 200-pound crimp. And typically most of the crimpers that you find in the different stores are going to have the same holes. So you'd use the third one down for 200 pounds. If you don't have a way of doing the silver solder, you can also use a split ring. You know, Owner makes some really super heavy duty split rings, and some other brands do too, I'm sure. But if you just use a split ring, you can add your hook as well. You gotta make sure you have a good split ring plier. That's probably one of the most important things. And don't be afraid to really crank on it to get the thing open. But yeah, you can put it on with a split ring as well.
So right here we have the Ahi jig in the vise. Put it on the vise because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to hold a ring while it's getting warmed up by some map gas. So here it is, the ring's already closed. I already put the hook on, put it on the jig. So the first step is you put some black flux in the area where you're going to solder. And there it is, you guys. And if you wanted to, you can just go ahead and take a wire brush, get rid of that residue and flux. Not really necessary, but there it is.